How do you introduce a new girl group to a saturated K-pop scene and instantly break records? You release a debut track with a bass line that slaps, a music video dripping with confidence, and lyrics that tell the world you're not afraid of the noise. SSERAFIM's debut single, Fearless, didn't just launch a group, it launched a statement. And later in this episode, we'll show you the exact moment in their choreography that became a global meme and why I'm Fearless, huh? Became the anthem of a new K-pop era. Because this wasn't just a song, it was a declaration of arrival. Welcome to What Made It Viral, Yet, the series where we break down how culture-shaking moments in music, branding, and design go from debut to domination. Today we're talking about Fearless, the debut single from SSERAFIM, a group that made waves the moment they stepped onto the stage. More than just a catchy track, Fearless became a meme engine, a fashion moment, and a branding case study. We'll break down the origin, who are SSERAFIM, and how did they come to debut with a bang, the climb, how early buzz and controversy helped fuel attention, the tipping point, what made the song and choreography explode online, the global spread, how Fearless crossed languages, geographies, and fandoms, the legacy, what it tells us about boldness in branding and the future of girl group marketing. And at the 30% mark, we'll reveal the exact fashion detail in the music video that launched 1,000 TikTok recreations and inspired entire streetwear edits. In the spring of 2022, Source Music and Hybe, yes, the same Hybe behind BTS, launched their first girl group, SSERAFIM. The name, an anagram of I'm Fearless. It was bold, self-aware, a preemptive strike against haters. The group debuted with 6 members, Sakura and Chaewon, already popular from IZ*1, Yoonjin, a Korean-American former trainee featured on Produce 48, Kazuha, a Dutch-trained Japanese ballerina, Garam, later removed from the group, and Eunchi, the youngest. Visually, this lineup had everything: global appeal, industry experience, new blood, and girl crush energy. Sakura brought in a massive Japanese fan base. Yoonjin appealed to Western fans with her charisma and English fluency. Kazuha's ballet background gave her a graceful, athletic edge, and Eunchi added freshness and relatability. But the group wasn't without controversy. Even before their debut, one member faced online accusations. It could have derailed their launch. In K-pop, public sentiment can make or break a debut, and forms were already divided. But instead of backing down, SSERAFIM leaned in. Their debut concept being unapologetically confident. No fluff, no fake smiles, just hard stares, slow walks, and unapologetic lyrics. Their slogan, I'm Fearless, and their debut track, a minimal, groovy earworm with attitude for days, standing in sharp contrast to the maximalist trends of the time. It was the sound of quiet confidence, less noise, more presence. In the cutthroat world of K-pop debuts, Fearless wasn't just unique, it was a strategic risk, and it paid off. Fearless dropped on May 2nd, 2022. The MV hit over 16 million views in 24 hours. But it wasn't just hype, it was how the launch was handled. Hybe and Source Music rolled out a layered teaser strategy, concept trailers with slow-motion close-ups and cryptic slogans, stylish fashion cuts that looked more like luxury brand ads than K-pop teasers, an intro film for each member that established their persona and narrative. This wasn't just a music debut, it was brand architecture in motion. In one pre-release video, Yoonjin looks directly into the camera and says, I'm not here to be easy on the eyes, I'm here to break stereotypes. Cue the quote tweet storm. Meanwhile, TikTok was flooded with pre-debut edits, fan cams, and predictions. Fandoms speculated about concepts. Fashion blogs noted the use of Mugler-inspired outfits and cut-out bodysuits. One viral thread compared their styling to the 90s Helmut Lang runway looks. And then there was the sound. Fearless didn't follow the typical high-energy debut route. It was sleek, understated, bass-heavy, the anti-hype hype track. While most debut songs try to grab attention with key changes and EDM drops, Fearless opted for restraint. It gave listeners room to watch instead of just listen. Some called it boring, others called it revolutionary. But no one ignored it. It became a conversation starter, which in the age of engagement is the ultimate metric. And this is important. Virality isn't always about volume. It's about friction, the tension between expectation and delivery. Fearless gave us that tension in spades. Later, we'll break down how a subtle detail in their music video, a black biker jacket with rhinestone lettering, launched thousands of TikTok recreations, Pinterest boards, and DIY tutorials. And it wasn't even an official merch drop. So what made Fearless explode? First, the chorus choreography. In the hook, members drop low into a deep lunge, head up, hair flipping as they sing, I'm Fearless, huh? That moment was everywhere. It was instantly gift, stitched, recreated. TikTokers did it in suits, house, in school uniforms, with cats, with toddlers, with green screens, with transition edits. Dance challenges were inevitable. It wasn't just viral, it was iconic. The line, "I'm fearless, huh?" became a meme. People added it to everything from gym fails to breakup glow-ups. It turned into a punchline and a power move. You could scream it, whisper it, post it on a mirror in lipstick. And the group's stage presence? Viral clips of Sakura's eye contact and Yoonjin's smirk got millions of views. Comment sections exploded with praise for their expressions, timing, and synchronicity. One clip of Kazuha's leg extension in a live stage became a meme for flexing on your haters. Even fan cams of their debut showcase performances trended globally. The camera angles, the styling, the lighting, all looked like they were made to go viral. But beyond choreography and memes, there was a larger shift. For years, K-pop girl groups cycled between two dominant concepts, cutesy innocence or femme fatale. SSERAFIM threaded the needle, confident, mature, yet playful, feminine, but never submissive, powerful, but never try hard. They weren't trying to be likable, they were trying to be unapologetic. And that struck a nerve with a generation raised on self-love, identity politics, and emotional authenticity. In short, Fearless felt right now. From Seoul to Sao Paulo, Paris to the Philippines, Fearless spread like wildfire. Fashion influencers recreated their outfits. YouTubers broke down the color grading of the music video. Twitter threads analyzed their styling choices, like the contrast between balletcore and bikercore aesthetics, the use of monochrome tones in the teaser images, the symbolism of the blindfold, and shattered glass imagery. Even Vogue Korea did a feature on SSERAFIM's impact on next-gen fashion branding. The group even made it onto Harper's Bazaar and W Korea, blurring the line between idol and it girl. Meanwhile, fan edits took over TikTok. SSERAFIM members weren't just idols. They were aesthetic references. Mood boards, GRWM videos, and which SSERAFIM member are you quizzes took over. Fan-made outfit diaries based on Yoonjin's looks hit millions of views. People started tagging makeup brands to recreate Sakura's dewy base and Kazuha's sharp eyeliner. Even beauty YouTubers created fearless makeup tutorials. Even the lyrics got international love. English speakers latched onto lines like, "What you looking at? What you looking at?" It became a soundbite for clapbacks, stitch videos, and reaction memes. The sound was reused in over 300K TikToks in its first month. And chart-wise, the album topped iTunes in 13 countries. They hit number 1 on Billboard's Emerging Artists chart. They got their first music show win just 8 days after debut. Fearless debuted on Spotify Global 200. For a brand new girl group, that's lightning speed, that's dominance. But the viral spread wasn't accidental, it was engineered. Every angle was considered. Every outfit was styled for movement. Every lyric was short enough to quote and sharp enough to stick. So what did Fearless leave behind? First, it changed the idea of what a debut should look like. Most debuts go loud, max energy. SSERAFIM went minimalist and mature. Second, it proved that controversy doesn't have to be a curse. When handled with intention, it becomes fuel. Third, it launched a narrative that SSERAFIM still builds on: resilience, confidence, and style. They are not just performers, they're protagonists. Since then, the group has released multiple hits, but Fearless remains the blueprint. In brand strategy terms, this was a 360 degrees launch. Visual identity locked in from day one. Messaging that was personal, global, and provocative. Content that was bite-sized, remixable, and meme-friendly. In many ways, Fearless feels less like a debut song and more like the opening move of a long game. The prequel to a saga, a pitch deck in music video form. And the name SSERAFIM? An anagram, a flex, and a foreshadowing. Bold from the beginning. The kind of name that looks good in all caps and even better on a concert banner. In a post-viral world, SSERAFIM didn't just go viral. They made being fearless go viral. So what made Fearless viral? It wasn't just the bass drop or the choreography lunge. It was a new kind of confidence. Less polished, more personal. Less perfect, more powerful. It was a brand story dressed up as a girl group. It was a marketing disguised as music. It was cultural timing, meeting visual identity and platform fluency. Now we want to hear from you. What other K-pop debut deserves the viral crown? Was it NewJeans' Attention? aespa's Black Mamba? Let us know in the comments. And hit subscribe so you don't miss our next episode. What made 7 viral? Jungkook's Billboard smash, SSERAFIM. Not just a debut, a disruption.